Hey guys, this is Joey of Yugatech and we are here at Computex 2018. The ROG phone has a pretty aggressive gamer-centric design. The back in particular looks just like ROG's signature laptops and PC components. It's definitely on a whole new level for smartphones, and since it's a gaming phone by Asus ROG, it does have an RGB logo at the back. First up, let's talk about the screen. So it's a 6-inch 18:9 1080p AMOLED HDR display that runs at 90Hz with a 1 millisecond response time. It's not as high as the Razer phone's 120Hz, but 90Hz is still pretty smooth and I don't think most people would be able to tell the difference anyway. And there's still a lot of technology put into this. For instance, it's actually the first AMOLED display running at 90Hz. So you're not only getting the smoothness, but also the great color reproduction and contrast. Sandwiching the display are the front-facing speakers clad in orange. And they are loud. Now the show floor here in Taipei is pretty noisy, so we can't really let you guys hear, but for some initial impressions, quality is great, and it's actually loud enough to be heard in a closed room full of people talking. On the note of audio, it still does have a 3.5mm audio jack. Now we won't be touching on the cameras too much, but the phone sports dual 12MP plus 8MP dual rear shooters and an 8MP front camera. You can't really call a phone a gaming phone if it's not packing some powerful hardware. So the ROG phone has Qualcomm's current most powerful processor, the Snapdragon 845. And not only that, it's overclocked. Along with this setup, pair that with 8GB of RAM and you're golden when it comes to raw performance. Along with this setup are 128GB and 512GB storage options, which is definitely plenty for all your stuff. All that raw power needs to be tamed though, so the phone uses a vapor chamber cooling system to help keep temps down during your gaming sessions. Speaking of helping you in your gaming sessions, another interesting feature are the air trigger buttons on the side, which are pressure-sensitive triggers that can be used as additional buttons in your games. At the bottom of the phone, as you would expect, there's a Type-C port for charging, but surprisingly that isn't the only Type-C port on the device. On the side of the phone, there's a special Type-C port that not only allows you to use hypercharging, which is pretty cool, but also add on some pretty neat accessories like the Aero Active Cooler, that not only cools your phone even further, but also adds an extra Type-C port, headphone jack, and of course more RGB. The best part though is that it actually comes included in the box. There's also the mobile desktop dock, which is similar to the Samsung DeX. It turns your phone into a full desktop experience complete with display out and a whole bunch more ports like Ethernet, extra USB, and so on. The next two look quite familiar if you're into Nintendo. There's a pair of gamepads that attach to the sides, making the device look like a Switch, and the twin view dock, which adds a whole 6000 mAh of extra battery and a whole second screen to the phone. It sort of reminds you of the Nintendo DS. Alright, so the ROG phone is certainly going to be an amazing gaming phone in its own right, with a high refresh display, powerful internals, modularity, and whatnot, but the question is, will it be a good phone? Because to us, it should be able to be just that before anything else. Price hasn't been announced just yet, but the ROG phone is expected to be available this summer. And that wraps it up. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to join us for our coverage of Computex 2018, and hit the bell icon to be notified of our future uploads. This has been Joey of Yugatech, and I'll see you guys soon.